Tom Creek here with Creek Bank Creations. Man, am I glad to see you folks again. Julie and I are hot off the trail. We just got back from Chicago, Illinois. That's Illinois if you live in every state but Illinois, and they call it Illinois in Illinois. But actually, everybody's supposed to call it Illinois, but I just like to say Illinois because it kind of irritates me. Just teasing, just teasing. Hey, Julie and I are a small crafting company in Perrysville, Indiana, the land of tall corn and not much more. We have a full line of dies, rubber stamps, adhesives, adhesive foam, adhesive tape, sticky dots, tools. Golly, we got so much stuff. Go to our website at www.creekbankcreations and check it out. By the way, if you use the coupon code COFFEE, don't you all like coffee? I'm into coffee. If you like,
Lois.
Hey Lois, if you use the coupon code COFFEE, you're going to get 15% off. That's right, a 15% discount off everything on the website except for the Siskiyou Big Shot. What else? Oh, PDF files and the 12 by 12 paper pads. Did I get that right, Mrs. Craig? How about that? Not bad from memory, is it, folks? Boy. Good to hear from you all. Golly.
Diana Macatura, where's she from?
Oh, she's
Diana
from
Macatura?
she's from the Lafayette area. No, she hold on, what was that name?
Diana Macatura.
Yeah, she's from Florida. Hello, Diana Macatura. Either that or California. I forgot. Anyway, hey,
You usually have them all memorized.
I usually do. We've got a great show tonight. We're really glad to have you. Let me show you what we're going to do. We are going to be, this is one of my favorite cards. Okay, check this card out. We're going to do this card tonight. Look at that. See the donut? You've heard of Dunkin' Donuts? We're going to dunk the donuts. That's right. Julie's going to show you how to make that card. It's really cool. And
Diana Macatura is from Florida.
From Florida. I knew it was either Florida or California, Diana. I forgot. I apologize.
Didn't you say
Nebraska?
No,
First I said Lafayette, and then it clicked in. No, that was the wrong Diana Macatura. Then I said Florida or California, and I got 50% right. That's the other card we're doing right there. That's right. From Northern California, it's Nancy Goad. You're back in town. Nancy, I haven't heard from you forever. Hope you're doing well out there. Hey, I'm going to give an entire plethora of stuff tonight.
A
plethora. You know what a plethora? It's like a potpourri. What's that thing? A cornucopia? Yeah, a cornucopia of goodies tonight. Let's start out with what I'm going to give. I've got some fall stuff. I'm going to give away Autumn Greetings rubber stamp, okay? Then we're going into Halloween. Boo to you. Boo to you. That'd scare anybody, wouldn't it? Boo to you. Okay. Then moving on to Christmas, I've got my Christmas Angel die and stamp set. So the first two are worth $8 a piece. This is worth $10. And then the grand finale, I'm going to give away a $28 homespun Christmas rubber stamp and die set. That's right. So let's talk about what we've been doing and where we've been. My goodness, Julie and I have been all over the country this summer. We're just now starting to slow down. We've got our last four shows.
Slowing down. We got a break.
Well, I'm sorry. We got a 3-week break before we hit it really hard. Our last four shows, we're going to be in beautiful Mesa, Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA. No, the wrong song. Excuse me. We're just going to Mesa.
You're going to get us banned.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. I'm not allowed to sing those songs because YouTube will ban me for copyright infringement, even though you probably couldn't even recognize the song. Anyway, we'll be in Mesa, Arizona. Where's that date? We'll be in Mesa, Arizona the 16th and 17th of September. Can't wait to see you. It'll be our first time in Mesa. So if you have any friends out there, tell them to look us up at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo in Mesa, Arizona. And then 2 weeks later, we'll be in F.T. Wayne. That's right, F.T. Wayne, also known as Fort Wayne, Indiana, at the Too Much Fun Rubber Stamp and Scrapbook Getaway on September 30th and October 1st at the Fort Wayne Coliseum. Then we'll be headed back west again, southwest this time. Going to be back down to the Big D, going down to Dallas, going to Irving, Texas, October 7th and 8th. At the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo in Irving, Texas.
What?
Yes,
Did you say you're going back to
we're going back.
Texas?
We're going back to Texas. Texas. That's right. Speaking of Texas, last time I was in Texas, I got me a new hat. But it's still summer, so I didn't show it to you. I was almost wore it tonight. I'll wear it to the next one as we get closer to fall because it's more of a fall winter hat. Anyway, I'll show you my new hat. And then finally, our last show of the year, we're going to be in Tennessee. That's right, Sevierville, Tennessee. That's October 14th and 15th at the Too Much Fun, our Smoky Mountain Getaway. Smoky Mountain Stamp and Scrapbook Getaway. That you didn't
Sorry.
type. Miss Craig, you didn't type that quite right. I'm only as good as my notes, ladies and
Fire
gentlemen.
the secretary.
Yeah, that's right. And then our next live, we're going to be right here at you on August 30th, right here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Can't wait to see you again. So let's talk about. Let's see here.
Can I interject here?
Yes, Mrs. Craig.
We're having some internet issues. What do you have that laptop connected to?
I have that connected to the Moxie.
Okay. So what do you?
Are you talking about on your monitor? Are we having?
I can't. I'm not even able to post in the chat, which means you're not going to be able to post in the chat
Okay.
because of the internet. So
Then that needs to go on
where's the router?
That needs to go in the Highland Manor one.
Where's
Router
the
is right
router?
there.
Sorry, folks.
Excuse us while we
And this
take
is
care.
the
We want to
problem.
be able to dialogue with you as
This
Julie's
is
doing the card.
problem that I had today.
Okay.
So
If you'll come back over here and take over, I will fix that over
well, you're
there.
going to have to do this one too, because if not, I'll be running totally blind.
I will be happy to,
But I
Mrs.
will
Creasy,
talk
and I will do
while
that
you
first.
Do that.
So without any further ado, it was great to talk to you. I will be back on the exchange there. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us. Don't forget that discount at Creek Bank Creations for 15% off. Use the coupon code COFFEE. Here she is, Julie Creek. Take it away, Mrs. Creek.
I'm coming in with my Mountain Dew right here. You know, we're doing a coffee card tonight, but I got my Mountain Dew with me. There we go.
Yes, your caffeine fix, right?
Yes, maybe it did post, Tom. Maybe the things I did post, I don't know. But do you see how it was saying? You might want to check your own. Okay, well, Tom's trying to figure out the internet. We haven't done a live here in Perrysville for a little while. And you all know we live in rural Indiana. And so internet can be, shall we say, problematic. So Tom's working on that. Now what we're going to work with tonight is the, did you show him the stamp and die set?
I did not.
We're going to work with the stamp and die set. So this is the stamp and the die set, and it coordinates really well with the donut die and the donut stamp. And I didn't bring the donut stamp in here. We're going to use the slit die, and everything that we're using tonight I tried to get in the blog post. So if you go to our blog, www.creekbankcreations.com, then there is a complete listing where you can just click on the link and go right to the website so you can find things quicker. Try to make it easier for you all. So I'm going to talk some more since Tom's working over there, because I did have some other things I wanted to share with you. Now, so what we're working with tonight, to clarify, we're working with the coffee cup stamp, and then this is the coordinating die. What is unique about this die is that you have the die cut words coffee and tea, and that coordinates with the stamp. So you see there, you are my cup of, and then
You are the
can
sunshine
put
in my life. You are the sunshine in my life. Yeah, baby.
coffee or tea. And so you can coordinate that. Now, not to confuse you, but I am going to confuse you, because next week
Oh no, not confused.
we're going to do the, we're going to use that stamp. Coffee is a pleasure, good friends, or a treasure off of the coffee stamp, but we're going to add to it the coffee shaker. I hope that didn't Upset your stomach. Oh, that's shaking. So new for us is the coffee shaker. Sorry, get to look at the top of my head. This is the coffee cup shaker die. So they are not the same die. They are a different die. I had to size them a little bit differently. When you buy the coffee cup shaker, it comes with the outline piece that you're cutting from pattern paper and foam. It comes with the background piece. It comes with the acetate die for you to cut the acetate and the Cool Whip. So next Tuesday, we will be making this card and one other card. I originally said we were going to make this card, but we have other new products to share with you. So we're gonna do this, and then we're going to do something out of the new line, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. But
how's your monitor working
that
over
will
there,
be
Mrs. Creek?
exciting. It's looking very good. Is there any way you can?
Hey, I'd like
Sorry, hang on. I'm going to pull the
Yes.
laptop closer.
ask everybody to give us a, over there on the left-hand side of the screen, there's a thumb up and there's
Yeah.
a thumb down. Ask them to give us a thumb up if they would,
If you
please.
can give us a like, or like if we do something tonight that you like, if you give us a heart while we're running, that helps too.
A heart? I don't know how to do a heart. I've never heard of a heart.
Yeah.
I've heard of a thumbs
Well,
up.
that's
Mrs. Creek.
because you're not a social media person. So if you are here for the first time, or we've met you over the last few months, we just want to say thank you so much. We kind of have a little internet family here that we do the live, so you're going to see a lot of people chit-chatting with Tom and stuff because we've done
Can you
lives
say internet? Can you say
for,
internet? Can you say family? Can you say internet family?
for quite a while. I was saying something, I just have no idea what it
Excuse
is.
me, miss. You were
This-
talking about interacting, and we have this little.
Can I-
You said we have this little internet family. Can you say lol?
I would like to share with you the scripture for the night. That
Yes.
would be a good thing, wouldn't it?
Yes.
How about that? So, it was so great to meet everyone in Schaumburg. We had a great time there. Psalm 118:24 is your scripture for the day. Are you ready for this? This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So, I think this really hit me today because we live in a crazy world. I don't know if you know this, but we live in a crazy world. And it is easy to get caught up with the concerns of life. And we all have many of them. And forget that we are to rejoice in the day that we have. Now, I'll have to tell you, Mr. Creek is the king of this. Like, every day is a party. He's got this down. Mrs. Creek having to work on this one. So, God gives us a spouse for balance. But I encourage you today, rejoice in the day that the Lord has made. Our days on the earth are numbered, so we'll rejoice in the ones that we have and create joy for other people. 2 other things I want to share with you. Or actually, 2 other things. So these are new products. I don't know when if we'll get to them on lives or not. This is the shaker ornament die. It is new for us, and it allows you to cut a ornament, and we're cutting that also on the dimensional foam, as you can see, and you can hang that on your Christmas tree. So there's Pam, who's a first-time viewer from Chicago. That's awesome. We're really thrilled to hear have new people join us. Then we have what I call the soup packet die that is new. The soup packet die fits on an A2 card, and we might play around with this next week. We'll see. And it is designed so that you make an A2 card, you cut the pocket and adhere it to the pocket, and then you have room for soup to go in there, or you can do hot cocoa or hot cider. So I sized the pocket on the front of this to fit a tea bag, and this was an inspiration from Diane Morris, and who teaches with our products in Ohio. So here's another version of it, and this is our new Christmas paper pad called Christmas Cookies. And then there's your hot cocoa, and I got some little mini marshmallows from the dry goods. We have like a little Amish dry goods place by us. It's not really Amish.
Which one
In
is
fact,
it?
it's not
What is
Amish.
it? Is it fake Amish?
It's just, no, it's not fake
It's kind
Amish.
of funny you said
It's not
that.
fake Amish.
I was thinking about getting
I
suspenders.
should not have said that. It's not fake
And
Amish.
turn my hat around to the side like.
They're not trying to be Amish. I just called it the wrong thing.
I could grow a beard and just shave the mustache off. You know what I'm saying?
You need to come over here with your hat like that. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry I riled them up. So, Soup Pocket Die. Here's his new hat. His new look.
Beard, no mustache. What do you think?
I shouldn't have gone there. Okay, so we might get to this next week. I will tell you, we are still in the process of getting in merchandise that should have been here weeks ago for the Christmas release, and maybe by next week it will all be here. But we've been kind of slow about getting going on things because we have parts and pieces of the lines and not the full lines. So that's been a little crazy. I'll show you two things, and then we're gonna get like, are we gonna make a card? Yes, we are. Pumpkin Harvest paper pad. If you follow us on Facebook, you've seen I've done quite a bit with this online. What's fun about it is you've got some Halloween-y colors, and then you've got some really nice fall colors. We are going to work with the green out of this for the tea card, and the orange for our coffee card. So that is a new paper pad for us called Pumpkin Harvest. And then we have coffee and flowers. And I'm just showing you this because we're doing the whole coffee thing. Coffee and flowers. Coffee and flowers. Super fun. I love this thing. You've got your whole coffee thing going on one side, and then I put flowers on the other side. The question is, can you turn it over without dropping? There we go. There we go. And I love the faux glitter. I have faux glitter on both parts of this paper pad. So the great thing is it looks like glitter, but it doesn't shatter or make a mess. So that's where we're going. Does anyone have any questions before Mr. Creek? I see you have prizes here.
I do.
How are you giving those prizes away?
Okay, here's the rules, ladies.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I think he's going to have to come back over here because he didn't give you the rules.
No, you can. They can hear me from there.
Can they?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Okay. You
Here's
talk.
the deal. Okay.
I'm gonna get my stuff set up, so I'm gonna turn the camera down while he's talking.
All right, crafters. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to give these prizes away. We're going to save the Christmas homespun Christmas stamp and die set, that $28 set. We're going to save that for the latter part of the show. But I'm going to give away the autumn greetings first, then the boo to you, then the Christmas angel.
The booty.
The boo to you, baby. Boo to you. And so what you need to do is just keep chatting on the chat line here. And the last person to chat when the alarm goes off is the winner of a prize. And then I will announce the winner and have you email me your address, mailing address, so I can get it to you in the most promptest of manners. So, if anybody have any questions with that? The promptest of manners.
Promptest.
Yes, okay. So,
I'm sorry, I keep moving around. I'm really trying.
So, the more you chat, the more you have the opportunity to win.
How do we look? Can you give me a yes or no? Whoa, that was I moved it. I don't want the tape.
Actually, you need to push the
Sorry, guys. You would think I would get better at this.
Go forward
at some point.
All right, now push your card. Just push your card forward.
No, it don't work that way.
Yeah, it does.
I don't want that black in it.
There you go. Right there, Mrs. Creek. You have made it.
I still have black in
Now
it.
you got the end of your table.
Sorry.
No, you don't have black in it.
Wow, I'm sorry.
No apology necessary. How long has it been since you've done this?
Well, quite a while.
Have you ever done this?
How do we look? Oh, that looks terrible,
Sherry
guys.
Bott says she can see the card well.
Yes.
Except for now you need to move the card towards the stand and it'll be perfect. Move the card up about 3 inches.
I just moved it. Should I move it more?
Right there. Right up. Oh, right there. That's good.
Okay, do we have the stand in the
picture? A little bit to
picture?
the left. Oh, it's beautiful. Mrs. Creek, it looks wonderful. Now do the little Dunkin' Donut thing. Do the Dunkin' Donut thing. Come on, do the Dunkin' Donut.
I'm doing it. We have a lag, I think.
There it is. There it is. Good job. There
Do we
you go.
have black in the picture at the top?
No, there's no black in the picture. It looks
well,
wonderful.
I'm running, ladies, I'm going to tell you, there's a huge lag from what I see to what you see. So, hang with me. Hang with me, baby. Hang with me, baby.
Sarah Cothran has a birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. There's a secret behind that song. We can't tell you.
We can't tell you. We told you we have to shoot you.
Yep. Okay, we are starting tonight with our we're going to make an A2 card. So this is a basic A2 card. And the first thing, are you ready to go? Who's ready? Give me a yes in the chat if you're ready. Who's ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Black is in the picture, but it's not distracting. Okay. Let's see if we can just...
All right, they're ready. Love to copy that paper.
There.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, we're ready.
Yes.
Now, so let me get my goodies out here. This, we are going to start with our A2 card. I already have that ready. And then we're going to take, for our background, we're going to use the mini scallop die. And we're going to cut...
Do you have the mini scallop die?
Well, I had it.
I got it.
No, you got me the wrong one, actually. You got me the mini slim scallop, and I need the mini scallop. So if you want to go grab it,
okay,
I will talk. So we're going to cut this on the gingham paper. And I love this mini scallop, and it coordinates with our stitched rectangle. This is what it looks like. It coordinates with the stitched rectangle, but we're just going to use the mini scallop. We're going to use the largest one. We're going to cut it on orange cardstock, and we are using the Pumpkin Harvest paper pad. Now, our next step is, I've already die cut these things so that we can move along a little faster tonight, and I've already stamped and stuff, done some pre-work for us. We're going to take the second largest die out of that set, and we're going to cut on white cardstock. And we are stamping, "You are the coffee to my donut" at the very bottom, and we're using black ink.
You know, when I whispered that sweet nothing in your ear when we were dating, did you ever think you'd make a rubber stamp out of it?
No. I don't ever remember you whispering into my ear about donuts, baby. You did whisper, but it wasn't about donuts, and we're not allowed to talk about it anymore. Now, we are going to take the steam stamp off of the stamp set, and we're going to create some steam of our coffee, that our coffee is steaming. And this is not very dominant on the card, but we're going to put it on there. It's just a nice little touch. So you need a really small stamping block to do this, but I have loaned out all of my small stamping blocks.
You loaned them and they didn't return, did they?
Yvonne's been teaching with them, so I don't have them. So I am using the top of a clear container. You see how you can get creative? So this is our clear container that we use for confetti. And speaking of confetti, we do have a new confetti available, and it's called Light Heart. Mr. Creek did this himself. And it is iridescent stars, white beads, and white hearts. And it is what we use inside the coffee cup shaker. So next week, we will be using this. And as you can see, I like to store it in the clear. Now what I'm going to do is pick up some brown ink, and then I'm going to stamp off and get rid of it. I really don't want a heavy look. I want a really light look. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of ink and stamp. And what I'm going to do is stamp in the middle. Give it a little bit of here and there. There's, no right or wrong way to do this. You could use gray instead of brown, or whatever color you want. And they're just little throw-ins there. Just picking up a little and then adding it to our card. So you have to remember, we're going to add that slit in that space there, right down the middle. So you kind of want to go to the left and right because you will end up cutting that middle part out. Pick up some more. Now, I don't know if y'all can tell. Y'all, is that an Indiana term, Tom?
Actually, it's from the South.
Yeah.
But we've spent so much time in the South
Yeah.
this year that why not? We just kind of adapted it.
Some of my little
Adopted it.
some of my little steams are not exactly perfect, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. That kind of makes it look more original. So those little steams, there are 3 little steam stamps on there, and they're a really fun little thing to throw in. And you want to put those on so that they're in the middle, which is at 1.75, and you want to run down about 2 inches with your design there. Okay, now we're going to adhere the white card that we just stamped on to the gingham card, and we are going to use our super tacky tape. Now when I do this, I am going to use the 1/2 inch tape, and there is a reason we are using 1/2 inch tape. I'm going to go around the perimeter with the tape. How are we doing as far as what they can see, Tom?
I haven't had any complaints.
Do we have that stupid slide guide and all that junk in the picture?
Yeah, the slide guide's up there in the corner.
You should tell me that.
Oh, okay. Hey, the slide guide's up in the corner. Now you've cleared it off now, for the most part, except for you got a roll of tape down the middle. But all right, now you're okay.
Guys.
Don't be fiddling with it, or you're gonna have to be fiddling all the time.
That's an Indiana term. Okay, we're going around the edge, as I was saying before I interrupted myself. There we go. Now,
Sherry asked if you could raise the card up a bit, so push the card up just a little bit, will you?
There. That's good to know. How's that?
How's that, Sherry? There you go.
Now, what we are going to do is we are going to put that slit die on top of this card, and we are going to cut the slit in there. So I'm using the 3-inch slit die out of the slit die set. So this is your slit die set, and we're going to use the 3-inch. What I want to do is get a really good layer of tape right down through that middle, because I am going to put that slit die there, and I want it to adhere really well, and we're going to adhere it to the orange cardstock. So it is going to secure it for us so our edge doesn't peel. And I like to do the 2 layers because it strengthens the card. So we're going to adhere the white cardstock to the gingham paper. And we're just making sure that we have plenty of adhesive. Now, how are we looking as far as what they can see, Tom?
Here's the deal. Hold on here. What has happened? You need to move the card to the left a little bit, just a little bit to the left. So the card, the whole card. There you go, right there. Baby.
Okay, I think you've got a delay.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. The screen is up above, and the text is down at the bottom.
All right. If I hold my card on opposite corners, when I push it down, if I have those 2 corners lined up, then I know I have the rest of the card lined up.
Diana asked, why don't you do all around anymore with the tape like you used to?
I did.
Oh, she did?
I did. They probably couldn't see white on white. Diana, I did all the way around, but then I put that extra big piece right down the center, several of those, because we're going to die cut that, and I did not want that edge coming undone when I die cut it. Does that make sense?
There you go. There you go.
Does that make sense?
It's sense, making sense.
Okay, so we're gonna take that slit die and we're going to put it on the center of our card. And I'll have to tell you, I can tell my card is a little crooked.
No way.
It is.
But you have a friend there, don't you?
I do.
And what is your friend's name?
I am a little crooked. I'm going to take my undo and we're going to loosen that up and re-stick it down.
Undo is what?
Undo is your friend.
That's right.
So undo, if you're not familiar, undo is a solvent. It'll suspend adhesion on tape. So I have the ability to take that card apart and put it back together so that we have it perfectly aligned. And if I wanted to put that undo down first, I could have done that and then I would have been able to
Give me a
line it
U.
up. You.
Give me an N.
In.
Give me a D.
Stop.
Oh, come on, bro. It's only 4 letters.
Okay. All right. I am trying to make a card, and he's going to have to quit cheering.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to add the slit die, and when we add the slit die to the front, we are going to add that at, I need my ruler, I'm sorry, it's in my bag over there, at, in the center point, which is actually 1.75 inches to the middle. And I'll be honest with you, when I do this at home, I usually just eyeball it. But
Honestly?
honestly, if you want to be technical, you can literally lay your ruler down there, get your 3/4 of an inch mark right in the middle of that slit, and tape it down. Now we want to make sure that this booger does not slide because we're cutting through both layers. It'll mess up our card if it's not straight. So we're going to tape it down with our stencil tape. And this is our art stencil tape.
Hey.
Adhesion.
Diana Keene from Omaha, Nebraska is the winner.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
I said Nebraska earlier.
Yes, Diana Keene of Omaha, Nebraska is the winner of the Autumn Greetings rubber stamp. Congratulations, Diana. This is her first time watching, too, tonight.
Ooh, turn that off.
Okay.
I'm going to die cut while he's talking. So we want to make sure that does not shift, and we're going to cut through both layers. So I'm going to run it through backwards and forwards. I usually run everything through twice because honestly, I just don't want to have to get out of my chair and reach for things, is the truth. We're going to take our undo and put that on our tape, and that will loosen up that adhesion on our tape so that it does not tear the background of our card, and we will be able to pull that off without tearing up our card. Now we have our card and we have our slit cut in there exactly where we wanted it. We are going to die cut the saucer. So in the Coffee is a Pleasure die set, there is a die that allows you to die cut the saucer. And I cut the saucer with our super tacky tape on the back. And I used the little orange paper with the white dot. So we're going to adhere that to the card. And if you cut this with the tape on the back, you will find it super easy to adhere to the card. So we're just going to pull off that liner. And we're going to stick that down right on our card. There we go.
That was Diane Keene.
Okay.
Or Kane, K-E-H-N, of Omaha, Nebraska.
How did we connect with her?
We met her at the Schaumburg show. Actually, I met her in the
are you kidding?
No,
those are those crazy ladies.
They were crazy.
I think they hung around you and they got crazy. Was what happened. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got our base going. We need to deal with our coffee cup and get our coffee cup going. So we are going to take the coffee cup die from the Coffee is a Pleasure set, and we are going to die cut on our self-adhesive foam. Now, the self-adhesive foam we sell in 6x8 sheets. I'll show you the package, and then I want to show you what the full sheet looks like. When you open it up, you're going to see there's a red side and there's a white side, and I like to put my die face down into the red liner, and we are going to die cut. So we're going to run that through the die cut machine. You should be able to die cut this just like it's a piece of paper. So whatever your die configuration is for a piece of paper, you're going to use the same configuration. I messed around today with the foam a little bit, and I'll talk later when we get to the other card about that part. Okay, there's my coffee cup. And you can see how that just pops right out. And there we go. There's that. Now, what we want to do is hollow this foam out. Because what we need to do is we want the dimension of the cup, but we also need for the freedom for the donut to slide down into the cup and out of the cup. So we are going to take our donut die. And we're going to get that small donut because that's the donut shape that we're using. We're going to set it on the back. And we are going to take a Sharpie. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? And we're going to mark where the donut is. We're just going to mark it with the Sharpie. It doesn't have to be perfect. But what we're going to do is cut that. We're going to cut the foam with a pair of scissors. So we're going to just mark that so that we know how to cut it. Okay, before I cut it, we are going to, I'm going to do a little trick here. One of the great things about this foam is that you can color it with a Copic Spectrum Noir or Chameleon marker. So any alcohol-based marker. Right. So before I trim it, I'm just going to take my marker and run it along that edge. And this is just a cool little tip that you can do. It's way easier if you color it before you put the whole thing together because you don't have to worry about getting marker out on the edge. And this is one of the things that gives your card a really clean, professional finish, and it just adds interest to it. Now, sometimes you'll have these little fibers hanging around from the foam. You just pull those off. And then you'll need to let that sit for a minute. If you go touching it right away, you'll pick up the ink. Just give it a minute or so. And you'll see, now you have that really pretty edge. Because Tom, we're into pretty.
We're into pretty, that's right. You know me and pretty.
Yeah, you and pretty. Do we happen to have any small scissors up on
the... We do,
the...
Mrs. Creek. Stand by.
I have, no, don't go there, over there. So I need to cut on this black line, but as you can see, I only have monster scissors. There we go. Mr. Creek saving the day. Little scissors.
My job is.
Okay, we're gonna cut on that. We're gonna cut
look good.
Just outside that Sharpie line, so that we can accommodate the donut. So we're gonna keep the basic shape that we have, cut on the outside line, and now we have the ability to accommodate that donut. I'm gonna slice a little more over here. So we're just cutting it with our scissors. Okay, does not have to be perfect. You can get it close. I do not have the Pop Dot die here. Would you mind running to get that?
Huh?
Would you mind running and getting the Pop Dot die?
The Pop Dot die, yes.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it, but we should talk about the Pop Dot die. Okay, we'll talk about the scrap, what we're going to do with that scrap. So we have our basic cup here, and then we are going to take... We're going to throw our cutting pads into the trash. That's what I just did. We're going to take the liner off, and we're going to remove that liner, and we're going to add the top of the cup to the foam.
There you go.
Okay, hang on. We'll get there in a minute. Now, you can see this. Now, I've already die cut my foam from the leaf paper because we're going with the fall look here. I'm just going to add a little bit of undo to my cup. And I did put a little brown ink on the edges before I did this. So I'm going to use the undo because that's going to give me time to line that cup up exactly the way I want it. So it'll give me time to set it where I want it. And then in less than a minute, I'm going to have permanent adhesion. Now I can see I forgot to color the inside of that handle, which frustrates me.
Did you show him the Pop Dot die?
I haven't gotten there yet, Mr.
Jane Bullinger says the Pop Dot die is a treasure.
Yes, it is. Okay,
Can you say treasure?
Now when I started working with this foam, this is that piece I cut out of here. I realized, wow, there's a lot of this stuff left over. So I took it home and I'm cutting it up because I'm like you guys, I reuse everything. I don't want to waste it. And then I was like, wow, somebody should come up with a Pop Dot die, and that somebody should be me.
Look out, it was you!
So you put this on top of your scrap, you cut it up and throw it in a baggie, and then you have your own Pop Dots. So there's little square Pop Dots, there's rectangles, there's long ones, and there's a little circle set over here. So Pop Dot die is a great thing for your scraps.
Can you say the frugal crafter?
Waste not, want not.
And what husband wouldn't want his wife to be frugal in her crafting?
Oh, I know you would.
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna reach for this inside. I'm frustrated that I didn't do it. I'm going to try to get it without messing up my card front. Okay, so don't forget to color. Ha! We're there. Color that inside. Okay, there's our cup. Now, in the coffee die set, there is an oval die, and you're going to take that oval die and cut a craft colored oval, and that will give you the ability to have that coffee look on your cup. So when I cut this, I put my super tacky tape on the back. It's already a sticker, and I'm going to stick it to my finger. I'm going to stick it on my coffee cup.
Hey, Celeste Wiles
Yes.
is having hand surgery on Friday, and
Okay.
it's her dominant hand.
Okay.
And she's going to be missing her crafting for a while, and she asked us to pray for her.
Yes.
And I think that's a great request. So before we go, we're gonna
Let's
lift
do
her
it.
up.
Let's do it right now.
Okay.
Lord, we just come to you.
Lord Jesus, we just lift up
Am I praying or
Celeste's
are you?
hand right now in Jesus' name.
Am I praying or
Well, okay, excuse me. Go ahead, Mrs. Creed.
you go ahead? I'll follow.
Lord, we just
Yes.
lift up Celeste right now. We lift up her hand. We pray that you touch her hand and that you bring total and complete healing to it. We pray that you guide the surgeons as they operate on her and protect her through this whole thing, we ask. In Jesus' name.
Lord, we just ask for peace for Celeste and for anyone else who's facing a difficult time or surgery. We ask for your very peace to come with them. You promised you would give us peace, so we thank you that you're going to give her peace.
Thank you, Lord.
In Jesus' name. All right. That was awesome. I totally forgot what I was doing, but it was awesome. Okay, we cut.
All right, we got priorities here.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, no, that was good. We did our front and accented, and now we're going to add. Okay, so there we go. There's our cup. Now we're going to take our card, and we are going to take our slide guides, and we are going to add the slide guides to the card. Now, the slide guides come in a package that looks like this, and there are 24 sets in the package. And you need a male and a female set. And we're going to use 2 out of here. And we're going to take the 2 and we're going to click them together.
Did you give those ladies a warning about if they leave those in the bag long enough? There's
They multiply. I did not.
Like
I
guppies.
did
They
not.
multiply
I
like
did
guppies.
not. Yeah, I did not. You're so funny. Okay, so I'm going to try to hold this up so you can see. We have a male and a female, and we're going to lay that down over our slit, and we're going to click them together. So that die has been made so that that will fit in there perfectly. And in the beginning, it'll be a little tight. You run it back and forth, it'll loosen it up a little bit. So we're going to do both. And it doesn't matter what's on the top, what's on the bottom. Whoops, pulled that right out. It does matter if you're, now what's happening here is that my card is not secure.
Oh, D Panky.
We got a bum. We got a
Panky is a winner.
D. There we go. We got both of those in there.
All right.
Okay. Now, what do you need from D?
I need D to email us her email address, dpanke, P-A-N-K-E. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. D Panky, she won the Boo to You rubber stamp. So if she would send us her email address to creekbc@gmail.com.
Sales.
All right, I can never remember that one. That's why I
No,
asked
don't use mine.
Okay,
No,
then you
please
tell
don't
them the
do
right
that.
one. Tell them the right one.
Sales at creekbankcreations.com.
Sales at creekbankcreations.com, D.
Now I have cut 2 donuts with my super tacky tape on the back. I'm going to put just a shot of undo on there, and I am going to place these back to back. The reason I am using the super tacky tape and the undo and putting them back to back like this is because it strengthens them. The tape and 2 layers really gives you a really nice sturdy piece, and when you attach that to that slide guide, you want the strength that offers you. Now here's the front of my donut. This is my icing, and I have my super tacky tape on the back. Now in the donut set, you have the die that is the sprinkles, and when you die cut that, I'm die cutting that with my super tacky tape on the back of my paper, And I try to only run this through the die cut machine one time, and then I can pick off the sprinkles that I need, and whenever I cut them, I stick them back in the package if there's extra, and then I can save them for another card. So I literally can take my pick tool, pick off my pieces that I want, and adhere them to my donut. And you just want to go around and stick them on there however you want to do it. It's fun to cut these in different colors. Now, this is a thing that takes patience, but the look is totally worth all the effort. There's joy in this.
When you say joy?
There is joy. And since this is the day the Lord has made,
yes,
I will rejoice in sprinkles. No, seriously, this makes me happy.
Does it make you happy?
It does make me happy. It does.
You know, sprinkles makes the grandchildren happy.
It does. I know.
Did you notice how I did their ice cream cone last
she
time?
buried it in sprinkles. Like
yeah.
he totally covered the whole ice cream with.
I was pretty popular, if you noticed.
Yeah.
That,
Well.
man.
Yeah.
At least with the grandkids.
Yeah, and then you left and made somebody else take care of it. No, you were a good Papal. Tom watched the kids today, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Papal man. Okay, now we have our sprinkles on there. I think I'm going to add one more. You can it's going to show more at the top than the bottom, so you can kind of decide how you want to do that. We've got our sprinkles on there. And we are going to take our slide guides, and we are going to take our mini glue dot, and we are going to adhere a mini glue dot to the front of the slide guide, to each of them. And then we will adhere our donut to the slide guide. So you want to just kind of figure out where your top is. And then I put the top one down first, and then slide that down to pick up your second one. And now we have adhered our donut to the slide guide. Now in this card, I wanted to add that clear tab that's at the top, and you guys probably really can't even see that, but I wanted to be able to pull that tab. So in this case, I cut a piece of acetate, and I would cut it at least 6 inches long and a 1/2 inch wide. And then we're going to put it up on the scoreboard and score at 1/2 inch. And you want to score it pretty heavily. And if you want to do one right next to that, like scooch it over.
Scooch it.
Scooch, like not a full 1/4 inch, but just a little fold right next to it.
Hey, is scooching, is that a real paper crafting
That is
term?
a technical term,
Like,
Mr. Creed.
that's in the direction, is it?
Scooching.
Is that in the encyclopedia and your pictures is there? Scooching?
Yes.
I scooch
Yep.
it over?
Now we're going to fold that down really well. Give yourself a really good fold on that. Whoops, sorry. Put my score tool away. And then we are going to figure out, let's put the stop on first. Let's put the stop on the card, shall we? So we're going to have our cup, right?
Yes.
We're going to let, how's our visual? Can we see what we're doing?
Let me see here.
Talk to me,
You
baby.
need to move the card up more,
Okay.
more, a little more.
More.
Yeah, more. Just about 2 inches more.
Okay. How we looking?
There you go, baby.
Okay.
There
So
you
we're
go,
gonna have
baby.
our card, or we're gonna have our cup, and then we're gonna have our donut coming down in our cup. So we want to decide how far down into the cup do we want that donut to go, and you can mess around with it and decide what you want to do. So I'm just gonna look at it and decide where I'm going. Okay, and I'm gonna go right there. So I'm gonna remove that cup.
You know,
and
there's
then
actually a technique in dunking donuts. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Well, if you dunk too much of the donut in, then the whole donut falls in the cup.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know that because I don't drink coffee. So I have cut a piece of craft cardstock here with my super tacky tape on the back of it. That's what this is. It is 1 inch long and a 1/4 inch wide. And I'm going to put it right here. And that is going to be the stop for my donut. So when it comes down, that's where it's going to stop. I'm going to cut 2 of those. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put a second one on the back. The purpose for the second one on the back is so that you don't have adhesive sticking out somewhere. And I seem to have lost one of them, so I gotta go digging for one. There we go. So we're gonna put one on the back, just because we don't want that raw adhesive hanging up anywhere. And that'll be the stopping point for our donut. There we go. Now, we have our acetate, and we put that fold at the top.
Okay, that email address, isn't that sales@creekbc.com?
No, it's sales@creekbankcreations.com.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So we're going to pull the donut to the lowest point. We're going to put that acetate on there, and we are going to add a glue dot to the back here, and we're going to adhere that piece of acetate, to the back. So I'm putting the glue dot on the back, and then I'm setting my card right on top of that acetate and sticking that right down into the acetate. And now I have the ability to pull that, and I have a donut that's going to move up and down. Now my acetate is too long, so I'm going to take my scissors and just trim that off. Okay, how we doing? Now we have a cup to add to our card. So what we want to do is get our donut on there and add our card. And I am I'm going to hollow this out a little bit more. Now because I have undo, I can pop that up. I just want to hollow that out just a little bit more. So I'm just going to trim it right there. This is why we say, what do we say?
What do we say?
Undo is your friend.
Undo is your friend.
Okay. Now, when we put our cup on there, we have our donut going in and out of our cup. Honestly, I am happy about that. And then we're going to peel the back off and stick that on our card. How are we looking as far as placement?
Placement. Oh, yeah.
Can they see what we're doing? There we go.
Yep, you're doing good, baby. Might raise it up just a little bit.
Okay. There we go.
Look at that. Would you just look at that?
Now, when we go to put it on our card, we're going to flip this thing over and we're going to add foam. So we are going to put foam all the way around this puppy. And this is the foam tape that we have. We are currently out of this kind of foam tape.
What kind of foam tape? We have it in black.
But you can take we have black and we have clear, but you can also take I am told that the 6x8 sheets cut in the guillotine cutters like a dream. So you can actually put the 6x8 sheets in your trimmer if you have a guillotine trimmer like the Caterpillar type thing, and cut that. Now, I want you to see here, when you put your foam, you need to leave a space for that acetate to slide up and down. So give yourself a break in there, and then come down, and we will remove the liner from the tape and adhere
Move your card to the left just a little bit, Miss Creek.
Boogie to the left.
Boogie to the left.
Boogie to the left.
There you go.
There
Look
you
at
go.
that. Would you just look at that?
So you can see here how if you don't own a pick tool, like I use a pick tool every single day when I'm crafting. It is the handiest thing ever.
Hey, and if they use that coffee discount, I have lots in stock, they'll get 15% off of it.
That's a Sizzix product.
Oh, I thought it was just the Sizzix. Well, they can do it on the other Sizzix products.
Okay.
Just not the Sizzix.
You want to write a
Big
note
Switch.
for me to go in and take care of that?
I
can take care of it.
Yeah.
But you said Sizzix.
I'm sorry.
The
I
man,
meant Switch.
I'm just going to tell you, just between the two of us, the man changes the rules all the time. We're going to turn that over and set that on our card front, and we have just made
just a misunderstanding.
a happy Dunkin'
We simply had a
Donut
misunderstanding.
card.
Excellent.
Any questions?
Wow. Awesome job.
Does anyone have any
Yes,
questions?
Sherry Bot says, do you sell pick tools? And yes, we sell the Sizzix pick tools, Sherry, and they are on our website. And if you use the discount coffee, you get 15% off of everything on the website, excluding the Sizzix switch and the 12x12 paper.
Any other
and
questions?
The PDFs.
Any other questions? I'm picking up my mess here so we can make another card. I have another card to share with you.
Another card coming and more prizes to be given away. Holy mackerel. Holy cow, it's Sarah Cothran. She won the angel stamp for her birthday. Would you look at that?
Happy birthday.
Sarah, you said you wanted to win on your birthday, and you are a winner. Congratulations, Sarah Cothran.
Okay. On that, I had to get a drink. On that happy note.
Yes, on that happy note.
On the happy note. Now, we have our coffee cup done. So we are going to move on to tea. How about some tea? Anyone for tea? Which do you guys prefer? Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Do you have a favorite?
And how long
They can put in the chat. Coffee or tea?
How long is our coupon good?
Oh, until next Wednesday, right? Yeah, because we have another live next Tuesday.
Huh.
So I think the date is on the blog. It's until after the next live.
Okay, so the next vlog is the 30th.
Yes, so I think the 1st is when it expires.
The 1st. September 1st.
September 1st. I think that's what it is. Yes, sir. I think. It's on the blog. Okay, I will, just to let everybody know, I will update the blog, social media with what I decide to do next week. I know for sure we are going to do the shaker card. I'm not sure what else, but I will update that in case y'all want to throw things in the shopping cart. And I have been trying to get on Facebook the new stuff as they come in. The problem has been the irregularity in which things have been arriving. So we are trying really hard. We are working on the tea card. The reason we're doing these two cards is because I have had a lot of questions at shows about these two cards. So I thought it would be a good idea to just go ahead and do it in a live, especially the sliding donut card. Lots and lots of questions about the sliding donut card. So hopefully,
Excuse me, can I interrupt you?
We have solved that problem. Mr. Creek, you can. And while you do that, I'm going to put tape on the back of the largest
What was that
scallop
email address again?
and the gingham scallop.
sales@creekbc.com.
Just want to point out
Hold on, let me
for the audience that is your email address.
No, but
Sales.
I wasn't consulted when you made up that
Sales.
email address. I would make up something I can remember. Sales@creekbankcreations.com.
Yes, sales@creekbankcreations.com.
Thank you.
If y'all want to send Tom a personal message, that's where you send it to. sales@creekbankcreations.com. I am putting the tape on the back of the largest rectangle in preparation for this awesome tea card we're going to make. I have a lot of tea lovers in my life. My entire family, the Steyer family, which I am a Steyer. Before I was a Creek, I was a Steyer. Are heavy.
What weight is the card base? Is that 80 pounds?
Actually, I think my card base is 65 pound.
Sherry, she thinks it's 65 pounds.
And the pattern paper is 65 pound, which is why I layered it up like I did. 2 layers to cut that slit. It helps.
Okay, so 65 and 65?
Is what I used.
Okay.
80 would be awesome.
Okay.
But, use what you have. Okay, there. Now I am layering up my background there, my scallop and my gingham here. And we're going to set that right on top of our card. So far you're with me, I know, because that was pretty easy. Now we're going to cut the 3rd largest mini scallop on the white cardstock, and we are going to stamp on it, "You are my cup of."
A cup of what?
You know, if you were going to make this card for me, Tom, do you know what this card would need to say?
Your cup runneth over?
No. You are my cup of...
You are my cup of sunshine.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
That's what yeah,
there
if you were going to make it for me, you know.
I got you.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
So I'm putting tape on the back. I previously stamped.
As previously
You
done.
are my cup of, and I used icing on the cake from Catherine Pooler. You know, people ask about the Catherine Pooler ink, and one of the great things about it is that you can stamp with it and get a really nice clean image, and it does not take but a little tap of that ink and you have a really nice image. So there's my background. Now we're going to add the saucer, and I've already die cut that from the green cardstock, dark green. We're going to set that on our card. There we go. And it is a little bit longer than the scallop piece, but that's okay. Now when we get to the actual teacup, here's what we're going to do. First of all, I die cut the tea bag from cream cardstock. I'm going to put it on top of the green so you can see it. And I cut 2 of them. So what we're going to do is put one on top of the other because it needs the strength and stability that 2 will give it. So when you add tape to the back, that helps give it stability. And when you layer 2 up, you have stability. So there's my 2 layers. Now I wanted to add that little end of the tag in a different color. What do you call that thing, Tom, on the end of the tea bag?
That would be the tag.
Okay, that's what I called it. We're good. We're good, you and I. That's what I called it. So I cut it in a coordinating color that matches my saucer, and that just helps move that color around a little bit. So I'm going to go back in and drop that right on top, and that's not cooperating. Sorry, with me, so I'm going to give it a shot of undo. You don't cooperate with me, you're getting undo.
Why? Because undo is what?
Your friend.
That undo is your friend.
Undo is your friend. And my friend and their friend, everybody's friend. There you go. Now, I will tell you this. There we go. Now, that's going to evaporate in 30 or 40 seconds, and then I'm going to have permanent adhesion. So I'm just going to kind of leave that alone. I have my tea bag prepped. Okay. There is another die in that set. I'll show you this. In the coffee set, that is this little guy, is if you want to cut like a mat for that and do something else with it, that's in there. And then this die is in there too. That's your sugar cube, if y'all want to do some sugar. So that's what's in that die. Coffee is a pleasure.
If you do my coffee, honey, I'll be your sugar cube.
There you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut that coffee cup in the foam. Okay, now this is what I messed around with today. So this is what we want. We want that coffee cup cut in that cardstock. And to line it up, the easiest way to do it, what I discovered today is, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to take my foam and I'm going to cut a piece of card. So here's my foam. Boy, I got a mess here, don't I? Got my foam. How's my view? Can they see what's going on?
I can see it.
Okay, I'm going to cut the cardstock to the size of the die. Give myself a little bit extra. And then I'm going to peel back the foam, and I am going to adhere my paper to the foam. And I do not do this very often, but I just thought this was the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to stick that down, and I am going to trim that out, because we are going to cut the cup and the hole at the same time. Now, I did this today. There's our timer.
There's our timer. Sherry Bott. Hey, Sherry Bott. Sherry Bott is the winner of the Homespun Christmas Stampin' Die Set. Congratulations, Sherry.
So we want to cut off any exposed stickiness and get rid of that. And then what we want to do is put the cup on there and put the inside piece. Put your oval on there, and we're going to die cut it all at once. Now, when I was at home today, I practiced doing this on the Big Shot because I know I can cut it in the electric machine. The question is, can you do it in the Big Shot with cardstock and foam? And this is actually Basil Swiss dot paper, which I think is 65-pound paper. It might be 80. But I did have to run it through the Big Shot 4 times to get a really clean cut. 3 times was okay. 4 gave me a really clean cut. So that's the trick on that. We're going to die cut this. I'm die cutting in the Big Shot. I'm sorry, in the I have the Vagabond here. We don't have the new switch here at the studio. So there's our cup. And we have taped that in place. So we're going to use our undo and let it soak into that paper fiber so that we can remove the tape without tearing up the paper. Now, I will tell you, when I have tape, I stick it on the side of my table over here, and I just let the undo evaporate, and I reuse it over and over again. So that is my cup, and you can pop that out. And now we have that piece we've cut out, so we have a teacup. Take our die off. You can see you have a really nice shape there that you can make for your teacup. Isn't that fun? So you could do this all the time, put the paper on and then die cut. I don't prefer to do it that way because it uses more foam. It kind of wastes a little bit of foam, but it is an amazing look and everything is lined up absolutely perfectly. And who doesn't love that?
That's right.
Now there's our teacup. We're going to set that on our card. Now this is a double liner foam, so we're just going to pull that foam liner off the back and set that on our card. This makes me happy, Tom.
I'm happy.
Happy. Makes me
this
happy.
This is great. When you're happy, I'm happy.
So happy.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes. I have taken that oval die and cut that on some really light colored paper. You can choose a piece of cardstock that you think looks like tea. And then we're going to add the word tea. Now, I die cut the word tea twice. So I'm going to peel the back off and we're going to layer that up on the front of your teacup. And I actually size that word to fit on the teacup. Fun, fun. And we're going to put 2 of those on there. So if we want to line that up perfectly, we are going to, I've got a little piece of tape liner sticking in there that I do not want. Let's get rid of that. Okay. We're going to just give it a little shot. Just a little shot. So we can line it up absolutely perfect. Did I mention that undo is your friend?
Yeah, you didn't drip that in your coffee, did you?
No, it's in the tea, baby. One thing about it, maybe that's what you've been doing. Have you been putting undo in your coffee every morning?
Well, I've been accused at the show that I've been working too heavily with the undo.
Yeah.
And perhaps the fumes may have an effect on
Yeah,
me.
imagine that.
Happy.
Okay, there we go. Now,
happy paper crafter.
Now, we have our tea bag that we're going to set down in there. I did not bring my light tan marker, but you can marker this up a little bit so it has the look that it has tea leaves in it. What we're going to do is slide that down in there. So I'm just going to take my undo and let that run down that plate of that bottle. And we are going to slide that tea bag in. So what I wanted to do is just loosen that up a little bit. So I'm going to remove the liner from the back of this tea bag. And I will be able to slide that in and set that tea bag exactly where I wanted it. And what I wanted to do was set that around so it came around my cup and set just like that. Now, if I want to manipulate this, I can use my pick tool to push that down in farther, get it exactly where I want it. And there you have a cup. of tea. Now, one thing I want to show you. I really like clean cards. Like when you look at them, I want them to be like as clean as and perfect as we can get, as close to Hallmark as we can get. I'm going to pull this up.
Well, the next thing you know, we'll be doing our own romance movies.
Can they see this close
Close
up,
to
Tom?
Hallmark as you can get. Could you imagine that?
Can you see this close up? I'm ignoring you.
No, it's too. What do you want to show?
I want to show the word tea.
Okay, back up just a little, or down. You're too close. You're too close. Down. There you go. There you go, T. There's T.
Close.
Okay.
I want them to see.
Right. Move forward. Up. Up. There you go. I can see T. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can see the paper fibers that are hanging around the edge of
Move it up closer. Up,
I'm
up,
trying to
up.
move it.
Move it towards me. Towards me. No, towards you rather. Towards you. No, this way. There you go.
That's what I'm
There you
doing.
go. There you go.
Okay, I don't know if you can see it. There
Are
are
you
little.
going to show them Embellie Gellie?
Yes, there are
You're gonna show
little
them
paper
Embellie
fibers.
Gellie.
So this is where you use Embellie Gellie. When you buy this, it comes in this little container, and there's a wood stick in here. And this was put out years ago to move sequins, and that's not what I do with it. I take it and put it in a little ball, and then when you push it into the side of your die cut, it will pull those little stinky paper fibers off.
There you go, the little stinky paper.
Excuse me. I have a few here hanging that are aggravating me right there. So I'm just going to run my tool over that.
How come you didn't use the little stylus that comes with Embellie?
I never use it. I just use the ball. I don't
really?
know. Well, because I probably have to know where it was, and I don't know where it's at on
Okay.
it. I just like to roll it up and use it like that. So I can literally pick up all those paper fibers. Now they're stuck in the Embellie Gellie, and I stick it back in there. And now there's not a shopping link on the blog. I will add it for Embellie Gellie. Love this. If you don't own it, it's a great product. So that, my friends, concludes the 2 cards that we did. Where's my donut card, Tom? Do you see
Where is
it?
your donut card? Oh, I think.
It's over
Didn't you
here.
hand it to?
2 cards. I'm going to pull the camera up. Wait, hold on. Before we go, does anybody have any questions?
Any questions?
Before I pull the camera up.
Ladies and gentlemen, are there any questions from the jury? Do they still sell that stuff?
Yes, Embellie Gellie is on the website, and I will add it to the blog post as soon as we're done, so that you can get just a direct shopping link for it. Awesome. Any other questions? Are we good? All right, I'm going to pull the camera up.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. I love the card. Okay.
I hope you have found some joy tonight.
Who can win the cards? Sherry asked who can win the cards, and Sherry, unfortunately, because our cards get stolen
I'm going
at
to
the
tell you
shows,
where those cards are going. Those cards are in a box. Because people keep stealing our cards
at the show.
at the
Yes,
show.
they do.
So if literally, sorry, I'm talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Literally, I'm having to remake cards after every stinking show because this year has been the year of the thief
The thief, the card thief.
at our shows.
They're usually
And
those little old ladies. They're really
I don't
sweet
know.
with their oily sweet.
they are not. One show, this lady asked me, she said, "Can I buy that card?" And I'm like it's taped to the display board. And I said, "I know, I'm sorry, that's my display." And it was an Easter card. It was at Easter. And it had a chicken on it.
Yes.
The chick. I turned around 5 minutes later and she ripped the whole card off. She ripped the front panel off the card. So, unfortunately, we have it from time to time giving cards away.
Yes. Yes.
But I can't give cards away anymore because there's
Next
too
thing
many.
we know, they're stolen, and it takes us a
and
long
Tom
time
was
to
yelling,
produce
"Stop, thief!"
Crafters,
So,
thanks
thank
a lot.
you
We
so
appreciate
much
having
for
you.
hanging with us.
May the Lord bless and
It's
keep you, and
so-
come back and see us in a week.
Hey, listen, I'm saying that people are stealing cards from us. We are blessed.
We are blessed,
We
very
all
blessed.
is well. All is well. God
Yes,
takes care
God
of
took
us, so
care-
we're
takes care of
thankful.
us.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
We're gonna be shaking
Shaking and baking, and I hail.
and having some fun.
What are we doing next week?
We're making a shaker card. We're shaking.
Oh, we're making shaker. Which one?
We're making the coffee shaker.
We're going to
card.
make the coffee shaker,
Coffee shaker.
next week, ladies.
I've already told them, obviously.
Did you already
they
tell
weren't
them
listening.
that? Can't wait to see
God
you.
bless.
Bye. Lord bless you. You did great.